Welcome to the third module of the Business Management Capstone course. Since you already know the structure of Blackboard, we're going to just jump right into the module. Of course, first we have the learning objectives for the week, the assignment summary, which I'll cover here in a moment, the Module 3 course content. Make sure you're reviewing this information. We're now introducing the textbook to you this week. Review the Chapter 1 PowerPoint presentation. I have key financial ratios for you to review. Information about the smart book that you'll be utilizing throughout the course for the e-text. The global simulation information, again, continue reviewing that as well. Next, we have the Chapter 1 Smart Book. Now, this is very similar to Learn Smart, just a little bit more advanced. So if you're used to using Learn Smart in the past, exact same concept, read the chapter, answer questions, so on and so forth. Next, we have the course participation, which is a discussion board. You will be focused on competitive advantage. You will be choosing one of the companies from step 1. And in step 2, you'll be analyzing that company for what is their competitive advantage. In step 3, you will be responding to at least 2 other posts that your fellow classmates have entered. Keep in mind, if you don't respond to 2, you will be deducted points. Next, we have the Chapter 1 quiz, which will be 25 questions, multiple choice. You'll have 40 minutes to complete it, and you will also have 2 attempts at the quiz. Lastly, we have the practice round year 7 within Globus. Clearly, you should be familiar with Globus by now. You should know what's going on. You also should realize what you should be doing this year for the year 7 practice round. Now let's take a look at Globus and see what happened in year 6.
Here we have the scoreboard for practice year 6. As you can see, Team A is leading the charge with 107, Team C 91, Team D 83, Team E 77, and Team B 52. Now, I realize this is your first practice year. So normally I would say 52 is an extremely low score. But then again, I understand that each team is still just trying to figure it out. Now, 107 is a great score for our practice year 6. So just to let you know, Team A, that's tremendous with 107. Anything over 100, that's great. Team C, 91. Then again, now that's a solid score. 83 for Team D. To me, that's right where I would want you to at least be in somewhere in the 80s. Now, Team E, you're not that far below. 3 points and you'd be at 80. So the only team I would be a little bit concerned with would be Team B, but being just a practice year, let's see what happens during practice year 7 to really make a call how I feel about Team B. So if you look at the game to date scoreboard, it's just going to be about the same, except you notice that Team C gained a bonus point. That is up to you to research how you receive bonus points. Okay. Also, if you don't understand what investor expectation score, best in industry, weighted average score, all of that, you don't understand what that means. Well, if you scroll to the bottom of the screen here, it's going to explain it to you. You have all the documentation on Globus, so there should not be any mysteries, meaning that if you have a question, you can easily go look it up to get your answer, or hopefully go to one of your team members to get the answer. With the game to date scoreboard, like I said, everyone is really right where I would want you to be. A's higher than I expect. Okay, so that's great. And even C at 92, that's an outstanding score. B, lower than I want. But all in all, pretty good for the first go-round, the practice round. Now, what you need to make sure is you are reviewing all the different pages. Okay, so this is page 1 of the scoreboard. You got page 2, earnings per share, return on equity, stock price. I'm not going to show you each one. You need to go through each one and look at them. Okay. You got page 3 is credit rating. Page 3B is your bonus points awards. Page 4 is industry overview. 5, financial. 6, your benchmarks for your AC. And 7, your benchmarks for your drones. Another area you should be paying attention to is the competitive intelligence reports. I will pull up one of them for you, though. The very first one. Now, keep in mind, this is just for North America. You have more than just North America. You have 4 different regions you're working in. I'm just going to stay with North America. Now, I'm going to let you do the rest. So in North America, I can see the breakdown. The average is 260 for the AC camera. Team A's 250, B 350, C 225, D 250, E 225. Okay. So you should be asking yourself, well, Team B is charging 350. Do they have the right to charge 350? Well, let me look at the PQ rating. How many stars do they get? As you can see, Team A is at $250 and 4.4 stars. Team B, 350 at 4.9 stars. Team C's 225, 4.4. D's 250 at 4.3. E, 225 at 3.9. So they do have a higher PQ rating. But then you still have to say, does it justify maybe $100 difference? Maybe. If we look at Team A at 250, their PQ rating is 444. Their PQ rating is 4.4. Team D at 250, their PQ rating is 4.3. You have to find out, is the 0.1 that big of a difference? Okay. Who does better? Should you be higher? Should you be lower? That's the goal of the simulation. You really have to dig through these numbers. If you don't, you'll stand out like a sore thumb, and it clearly will show me that you don't know what you're doing. Now, when it comes to models, every team has the same 3. Brand reputation, it's all at 70. Warranty, everyone has 60 days for warranty. So you can see in some areas you're the same, some you're different. If we scroll down and look at drones, the average price is $1,230. The highest price is $1,500. Okay. Now, what stands out to me is they're asking $1,500 and their PQ rating is 3.8. So you'd say, well, how do they ask at $1,500 for that camera or for that drone? You have to figure it out. Is it fine? Or are they making money selling for $1,500? Is other teams are selling for $1,100? Is that hurting them? Should they raise their price? That's what you have to figure out. Okay. And now keep in mind, this is just North America. You have 4 regions in total. Make sure you're paying attention to each one. Make sure you're going through all the reports that you can to learn about your competition. I'm not telling you you're going to adjust everything you do based on your competition, because you might be doing well. So why adjust? You might just make minor tweaks. That's usually the biggest question I receive. Like, well, how many decisions should I make each week? Depends. One week you might make 20, next week you might make 2. It just really depends on where the standings are and how do you feel good about your strategy. So just keep that all in mind. Really make sure you're communicating with your team, going through the data, and taking your time with the decisions, and make sure they're data-driven decisions. And if you take that approach, you should do very well. Well, that's all I had for this week. As always, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns. Take care, everyone.